Why is everything so difficult to understand here? An elderly dispatcher with glasses the thickness of a bottle bottom, without even looking at me, pointed to a table on the wall. She's not working today, she said. Come on, don't bother coming in anymore. I froze in place, running my eyes down the list next to Kate's name. No plus sign, no X, nothing. But, wait a minute, didn't she work the night shift? So what? The old woman snorted. Maybe she's at the movies. And then she immediately barked into the intercom. The 14th is on its way, get out. I went outside and the first thing I did was take a picture of that damn table. If Kate wasn't here, then where the hell could she be? Alright, let's take a step back and break this down. Kate and I met on a dating app. Turns out we went to the same school, though she was 3 years younger. Small world, huh? The blonde beauty, her legs that seemed to stretch all the way to her ears, laughing so hard it gave me butterflies. And sure, the brains weren't exactly in her head, though she was smart enough her expertise was in her field. She was wrapping up med school. Now, I'm no doctor, but my mom's a nurse with over 30 years in the game. She always hoped I'd follow in her footsteps, but, well, I've had a fear of blood since I was a kid. I used to faint just from looking at a Band-Aid. But Kate? She was everything a mother could want in a daughter-in-law, and my mom took to her instantly. We moved in together, survived her final exams, and she quickly jumped into her internship. Don't worry, babe, she said, kissing me on the nose before heading out for her night shift. I'll be fine. I stayed home like a loyal puppy, waiting for her. I loved her that much. So much so that I'd already bought a ring, planning to propose on her birthday. One day, Kate ran off to her shift again, and when I got home from work, I found her lunch boxes in the fridge. She's probably starving. I thought about it and called her. No one answered. It happens, I thought to myself. I'll just take the food to the station. And then the most interesting thing began. Grandma the dispatcher, like some kind of hellish gatekeeper, wouldn't let me go beyond the threshold. Your Kate is not working today. Get out. Stop it. She snapped. I hesitated. No way, I said, pointing to the timetable. Grandma barely glanced at the graph, but pointed at it. I stared at him, stunned. It turned out that Kate had shifts scheduled only twice a week, but she left almost every day. I went back home, my mind racing. Maybe she had a side job, or some extra classes. But why lie? I couldn't shake the feeling something was off. I barely slept that night, and when Kate came back the next morning, she practically collapsed into bed. I'm exhausted, she whispered. I watched her, feeling like a fool. But still, I couldn't shake it. Alright, Sherlock, let's get to work. I muttered to myself as I grabbed her phone. No weird messages, no sign of anything suspicious. Maybe I was just overthinking, but my inner detective wouldn't let up. Check the car. I rushed out to the parking lot, got in her car, and started searching. Nothing. I cursed myself. But then I noticed the DVR. I switched it on. In the video, Kate pulls up to the ambulance station but doesn't get out. A minute later, a guy climbs into the car. So, Doc, how was your day? He asks. Tough, Kate sighs. But let's relax now, he says, and his tone is full of meaning. The car starts moving, and I just sit there, glued to the screen, feeling my whole world shatter around me. They pull up to some country house, and then the camera captures his face. It was her practice supervisor, the guy who had been eyeing her at graduation like a starving cat staring at a bowl of cream. When Kate woke up, her suitcases were already packed and sitting by the door. What's this? She asked, her eyes wide in disbelief. You already know, I said, my voice empty. I couldn't even bring myself to be angry. I was just exhausted. Were you testing me? She asked, her voice rising. Stop, she yelled, shaking her head. No way. I pulled out my phone and showed her the photo. Life's been testing me, I said flatly. She turned pale. That's it, Kate, I continued. I'm not even going to ask how long this has been going on. She left without another word, and there I stood, holding a velvet ring box. Now I know for sure, love really is blind, but sometimes, you've got to open your eyes. Especially when your girlfriend starts working shifts more than she should. And that ring, it just sits there now, a painful reminder that trust is important, but so is checking, especially when you love someone.